How's it going, YouTube? So today we're going to be doing a little size guide and rundown of what the new YoungLA Black Friday drop is going to be like. Despite the universal size guide on the website, some items do not fit as expected due to stylistic choices like loose or baggy fits. And unlike previous Black Fridays, this Black Friday has one change to it. They're doing a Batman collab. I'm Batman. But if you're not into the DC Marvel, don't worry, there's other items that you're gonna wanna watch this video for. Lastly, before trying on the clothes, it's important to know that the drop date is gonna be November 25th all the way to December 2nd. You can use code JustLee to get up to 30% off anything on the website. And it does support me, so I really do appreciate it, thank you. And if you do end up using my support code, please DM me on Instagram with a screenshot with the order and discount code applied. So you can be entered into a giveaway. I choose 3 winners every month for code users and do gift card giveaways on my Instagram, so you can check it out. Without further ado, time to get to the Batcave. So welcome back. We're switching over voiceover mode just so I can give you my honest opinion, subjective opinion, of course, based on my size. I'm currently 6'1", 212 pounds, long torso, long femurs, long arms. So everything looks amazing in this drop, but definitely certain body types look better in different pieces. So even if you don't go according to my subjectivity, it could still look really good. Just take that into account. So starting off with the relaxed tee, if anything with a relaxed tee, I got a extra large. And in these drifter pants, I noticed from previous cargo pants from YoungLA, they tend to be a little bit short. So I'll go with a extra large, true to size. As for hoodies, you can go one size up. I personally go one size down because it's not an issue on the arm length. It tends to be an issue on the torso length, so I stuck with large if it was oversized or loose. Definitely the zipper hoodie is a little bit short, so I'll have to wear something like a compression under it, unless I want my stomach to show. And if you wear like a relaxed tee extra large, you're gonna see that material is going to seep through under the zip up or hoodie. Rhinestone t-shirts fit the same as the other t-shirts, a relaxed fitting. In terms of design, I think it's very loud, so take that into account. The stones are very shiny. I wasn't a huge fan, if I'm being honest, of the Batman logo. I think it's just not my taste, but the Catwoman one, oddly enough, I felt like the Batman one was a little more feminine than the Catwoman one. But both are pretty loud, so maybe you'd want to go with the Joker design that looks a little bit less feminine if you do care about that, because the stones in general, you just don't see that on most straight guy clothing. The midnight tee fits just like the other ones, nothing crazy different here. I wouldn't switch up the sizing for any of them. If it is relaxed, it tends to be a good idea just to get to true to size. I would imagine people that are super into Batman are going to want this one because it shows from the front and back. Now, if you're like me, you're not crazy into Batman, but you like the design, it's a little bit loud. I don't know if I would go for it if you're not a true Batman fan, to be honest. So now we got the Yellowstone jacket, pretty cool looking jacket. I got a large. I probably could have went another size bigger, but I like to have it a little bit more of a snug fit and not to have the arms overly long. Sometimes when you do get items that have an arm length, it kind of fits a little too baggy. It's just not the look I like for jackets, but it would probably be a good idea to get an extra large for myself because I could then add layers to it. This jacket is definitely great for layering. Now we have a comparison with the Ohio Bronco athlete jacket that I got a while back. That's why my name's embroidered in it. But the main difference between the two jackets, I would say, is that there's that inner fluff on the Bronco, and on this jacket, there's no inner fluff. It's more like a dampened version of it. So it's not as warm, which could be a good thing depending where you live and what your climate's like. But both are extremely warm. I would say the Bronco is definitely warm because there's insulation inside of it. Now these pants are a sleeper pick. They're very similar to the other graphic collaboration pants like the boys Yu-Gi-Oh! Attack on Titans pants. So I personally get a large. I can get an XL, but if I get XL, I don't want the material to touch the floor. I'm definitely between sizes, but I prefer that my baggy pants don't touch the floor. Now we definitely got the most hyped piece right here, the compression t-shirt, and it earns its hype. It's probably the best fitting, best looking compression. Actually, all compressions are pretty much the same in my opinion. So my take with compressions might be a little bit different than yours, but when you put a compression through wash and you start sweating, it does stretch out over time. And the whole purpose of having a compression in the first place is to get a tight fit. I got a large and that's a good fit. I could probably do an XL, but I want it to fit tighter than usual. So over time, when I run it through washes and everything, it's not gonna be like super loose and be like one of those memes where a kid has a loose compression because he doesn't have the gains, right? So I'm only gonna talk about sizing once. It has the same size, all compressions through this drop, but the same token of it having all the same sizing, man, the design can make or break a compression. I feel like the color, lighter colors on my skin tone doesn't look as good, and I think if you are a darker person, you could pull off a lot better than myself. Now I knew going into this long arm compression that I wouldn't like it, but I want to get it for this video on purpose. It's just a preference thing. Long arms that aren't freakishly jacked like a shizzy, it just doesn't look as aesthetic when the arms are covered. At 17-inch arms with a 6'4" wingspan, it doesn't look aesthetic in my opinion. But if you have really big arms or you have short arms, this could look really dope. But in general, if you're long like myself and you don't have huge arms, I would stay away from this pick. So also the packaging amongst these items are different. It's this really cool detail. It shows all the hard work that YoungLA puts into their premium products and really affirms that you're not just getting some crappy AliExpress stringer / compression shirt. Like, they put effort in the small details, which shows a lot in the quality of the products. Beanie only comes in one size. It looks super dope. This is a gray version, and we have the Popeye shirt, relaxed fitting, so I got an XL just like the previous shirts. These pants I got a large, not an XL. Fit very similar to the Legends Batman pants or the Yu-Gi-Oh / Attack on Titans pants. You really can go either way depending or not if you like the bagginess. Now for the sweater, I got a large, and the pants I got a large as well. I thought they were going to be oversized, but they're definitely on the smaller size. So if you're going to buy these pieces and you're interested in them, know that they're not as thick, which could be a really good thing. And the material is stretchy, so it's stretchy but not like super big. So I would definitely get a bigger size. If I had to rebuy this, I would get an XL in both. So now we have the black beanie and the throwback pants. I got an XL in the pants because I saw that they're cuffed in the bottom. And they are a baggy fitting, which is contrary to what I was doing for other items, just like the previous joggers. But when they're cuffed, I tend to get the true to size XL sizing. When they're not cuffed, I tend to just get a large size so it doesn't touch the floor and get soaked with mud, rain, or whatever's on the floor. The classic thermal, amazing. I got a large. I probably could have gone XL, but I actually do like this fit. I would say it's safe to go up a size like an XL if I want to, but with the long arm pieces I tend to get one size lower. As you can see, there's already a lot of material in the arms. Another sleeper pick is going to be these pants. Holy cow, the pump covers are back, boys. Or girls, if you're watching this, get true to size. They're cuffed, they fit great. I got an XL. This cool alternative looking shirt looks pretty gothic. I like it. And I got a extra large, just like my other t-shirts. And the one thing I really appreciate with YoungLA is they really put tons of effort in their drops. Like, this is not just another random print shirt with random crap on it. Like, this actually looks really cool, really unique, and it's way different style compared to the previous items on this drop. So there really is something for everyone. Honestly, I'm not just saying it because I'm sponsored by them, but really YoungLA is one of the best brands out there at the moment. Now this next item, I don't know what it is, but it's supposed to be a relaxed fit, but it fits kind of weird and does not feel as good. I would probably get just a regular large on it if I had to rebuy it, but it's not typical like the previous shirts. Or maybe it is and I just don't like the combo, but it feels a little long, for being honest. But the next shirt that I got in XL, oh my god. Perfect fit, perfect on the shoulders. This is like old school 2017, 2018 like fitness shirt. This makes you look jacked. It doesn't look overly jacked. If you have long arms, you can pull off. If you have short arms, you can pull off. It's just a good fitting shirt. Nice and tight and fit. The only person that won't like it is the person that's not fit. Now this next compression is a huge sleeper in my opinion. If the Batman sells out and everything sells out and for some reason you cannot be there for the Black Friday drop time, I would go for this one if it's still available. Holy crap. Kind of has that Breathe Divinity vibe to it, but looks way better. It has a design on its back, which kind of makes your back look even more jacked. A lot of compressions just focus on the front design, but if you're backed on like myself, this compression is the one I would strongly recommend. Probably my second favorite compared to the Batman one. Actually, it's on par with the Batman one. So I think this is the biggest sleeper compression of all of them on the market right now. Now the next compression that they had was the Revenge compression, another sleeper build. If you can't get the Gothic, you can't get the Batman one, get this one. Way better than the previous Revenge, and it is one of the OG versions of it. The one thing to note is that it highlights the front of your body, not really so much the back. So if you're torso dominant, front torso dominant, you're gonna like this one a lot more than the other ones. And they did a number on the colorway because man, it looks so freaking sick. And it's hard to pick now that I have like all the selection of compressions to look at. If you have a good shape to your body, it gives you that Lamborghini feel to the clothing that you're wearing, just from some simple thing like having contrast in the colors. Really crazy drop from YoungLA. I'd highly recommend purchasing these two. So just kind of polishing up what I said earlier, this compression I feel like would be amazing for like chest day, shoulder day, and then the Gothic one would be amazing for back day, and the Batman, you could do a bit of both because the design's pretty sick from front to back. Now obviously you don't have to do that and follow that, but just kind of gives you a little bit of variety and purpose for your clothing pieces. If you want to think like that, I don't really think it matters that much, but it is cool to think because the design will highlight your body parts. I hope this video helps you making the right decision for which bat pieces to get, plus Black Friday items. Drop a comment below what items you plan on getting, because honestly, this Black Friday is absolutely loaded and there's some super sleeper picks. So if you found this video helpful, you can like the video, you can subscribe, and if you really want support, you can use my support code. And if you're into strength training and hypertrophy training while staying natural, drug-free, you can check out my other videos. Peace.